Cannot do that. That is unacceptable. And then he was... Oh, massive crash. Wow. Massive crash. I think that's Matani that's high-sided out.
That you absolutely... He was on the podium, championship leader, minus some of...
Oh, sorry, won the race yesterday. Row 2 of the...
He'll be hoping to be in that podium fight. 6 rides for riding slowly in several sectors in Friday's practice.
Ready at 9:45 this morning.
Spoke to all 3 of the podium finishes yesterday and asked Ozawa how excited he was for what's going to happen today. Here is your start. Row 4 is led by Hafa and Rose. To Pratama yesterday from pole position, and it lends itself to absolutely phenomenal race. For race 2 here, round 4 in Thailand. Who is going to win this one? We're about to find out. For race 2, it looks like a good launch again from pole position for Pratama.
Who on earth is leading in the end? It's a number 14 of Adaki that comes
to turn 4, the fast 5th gear left-hander.
Harney trying to squeeze through, I think it was. Move from turn 11 there. Is that Matos? Meanwhile at the front, it is still Pratama that leads us into the...
This yesterday, he thought better of it at turn 1 because he knows down the slipstream and he's going to pull out of the slipstream. He's going to be P1 for a while. Looks across to his right-hand side and he sees Adaki on the number 14 getting a great drive out of turn 1 down into turn 3. Here we go. Who's that at the inside? Late on the brakes. Pratama's going to go from P1 to P...
Lap after lap. Up into turn 4. There's some brave again. Dearie me, look at this. What a lap so far. The leader's changed.
Oh, that's close. The Asia Talent Cup. Who's leading now? It's Adaki on the number 14 with Pratama just behind Tani out onto the green paint. As we start lap 3 here, it's Adaki across the...
Do not be surprised for him to make his way through. On ice to get through the middle of him. Feet off the foot pace for Quetta.
And Adaki just getting wide, coming back onto the racing line. And Pratama was in his way. Pratama getting the better launch out. But again on the exit. Takira on the morning. I think they're all going to be awake by now. This is fantastic. Played what happened down into turn 12 and lap 3. Quetta up the inside, just runs it a little bit wide. Gets it a little bit out of shape on the curves. And when he's trying to get on the gas, Pratama's just in his way. 14 riders, 15 riders. The point scorers are pretty much flicking through turn 10. This is the kink at turn 11. This way Pratama
getting quite frustrated. Yesterday, 5 riders were able to edge clear, and although it was pretty messy, I think it was possible. He's not having it that way at all.
Yeah, the good thing for Pratama is he's got a 55-point buffer in the championship. When he crossed the line yesterday, as they go 3 breaths again down into the faster Pratama. Remember, those 2 are the top 2 in the championship. Pratama is going to take a 2 for 1 down at turn 20. Sticks in 3rd place. Ogiwara on the number 16 was quite frantic, quite busy. Everyone trying to jostle for positions. The hands of the riders who are chasing in the low ends of the top 10. In fact, just looking down at time screens, as Ours dropped to, well, he was 10th across the line, but his name's a thing once again.
Yeah, Zawa will just be a little bit concerned there, down to 8th, and his biggest concern is the fact there's just a little bit of room starting to form ahead of him. The elastic is starting to stretch between these opening the gaggle of riders behind us. Well, there's contact between Adaki and Irv. Did Eamon Adaki not go down there?
Wow, contact, that was pretty much game over in terms of the race. That was a little bit too close for comfort, and as we said, the number 5, he's lost several positions, but it won't cost him too much. Let's get a replay of what happened there. Look at Quetta on the number 20, down into turn 3, late on the brakes, gets into P1, Ozawa hanging it around the outside, and Adaki just subs it up the insides, and then yeah, just as Pratama's coming on to make a late apex on the racing line, it doesn't go 2 for 1 down there unfortunately, and Adaki just loses a bit of time. Thankfully stayed on board and didn't lose a whole host of time, lost a few corners. He's going to disrupt his rhythm on this lap, but he just needs to get his head down and recompose himself, and he'll be alright.
Long lap penalty handed out to the number 17 of Ahmad Dawizi. So, who was that? The number 15 of Fadilla, who was certainly taking the car park. Might be the dark horse in this one. He looks to hit the front. In the end, well, where on earth has he come from?
Takira, race 1 winner back in Malaysia, so it's not been the championship that Takira would have wanted, and just like that he goes in the Asia Talent Cup, and just like that Pratama on the number 7 machine is back up into the race lead as he's
putting a hammer down here is Pratama as well. Quettazan and the victory here is stretching out this leading group. It's as separated as we've seen throughout this race so far. Pratama has had half a lap to cross the line. They have to try and bite
down the back straight here and through this lap, because if Pratama is managing to edge over for victory, nice and cleanish into there, yeah, all line astern, clean enough. So now number 7 of Pratama, but they haven't listened. They never really do they? And they're up into 2nd place. The gap is up to who was able to go with him in race 1. Pratama had such an advantage back in Indonesia, race 1 at least. Here we have a replay down at turn 12. Pratama angling the leg hard on the anchors down into the final corner. This is when Pratama was starting to push and starting to break clear. Across the line, it was down to 4/10, so he lost a 10th, did Pratama, on that final lap that we just seen. As with Pratama, this is exactly what we mean by the first sector, especially here at the Chang'an, when riders are on the same machinery. That's a little bit too close for comfort between Adaki and Pratama, and just like that, Pratama's lead of Harmson's.
Let him know that he was there, absolutely, and take the lead away from him. Sit in for the rest of this race, understanding that,
unfortunately, in this circuit especially, you're going to need a good 2, 3, 4 tenths, maybe even half a second to break the dinding down at turn 4. Wouldn't have cost him too much time, maybe a tenth or two, but even so, even with clean air, the riders were able to just use the slipstream, keep it nice and steady as Pratama runs in a little bit too. Daki leads the way from Partizan. Pratama down to 3rd place. Matani now in 4th. Nice helicopter views down at turn 1, the second gear, turn 1, and then they go full gas for a kilometre long back straight. Daki now has a deep Pratama. Partizan up in 2nd place. Ogiwara trying to hang around the outside of.
Having had that failed breakaway attempt, as Pratama just been rattled ever so slightly to get back into shape now. Here is this area, the man 2nd at the moment, just gets in too hot, runs it way wide, gets sucked in by Daki in front of him. In the end, he was strong enough on the brakes to hold on to 3rd as we now rejoin the leading group. And it is Pratama still sat there in 2nd, but it's Perez.
So what lead group have we got? We've got a lead group of 7. We had a lead group of 5 yesterday. Ogiwara and Takahira. Ogiwara and Takahira as hungry as ever. What we've got, and this is exactly what we can expect to see in the remaining line, is Daki just from Pratama. Pratama pulling out the slipstream. Is he going to make a move down in turn 1? I'd be so. There's a long back straight coming, and this is where everything.
You saw Partizan on the inside trying to get a as a result, he's a favourite to hit the front here, but Partizan wide on the exit of turn 3, which gives Pratama an opportunity to hit the front once more, which he does. This is tight. Partizan much room whatsoever. He pretty much put him on the grass there, which he cannot do. Big moment as well. The front end bobble for cannot do that. That is unacceptable. And then he was massive crash. Massive crash. I think that's Matani that's high-sided out of it.
It's Matani of turn 7. Daki leads the way from Pratama, Takahira from the incident, but that was a huge crash down at turn 7. Matani, high side out of contention, then unfortunately it looks like over Pratama with Ogiwara, Partizan and Takahira in the lead group as well.
He has just spotted of a second lead has been halved almost instantly down the kilometre long back at turn 3 up at turn 7, but looks as though the incident has been cleared. The marshal's doing, as we have information, we will let you know with regards to both Sen Matani and Shinya Zhao after that big crash, but we will focus at the front. 3.5 laps remaining. It was Pratama that led for just a second, but Daki manages to swoop back through as we go through turns.
55 points down on Pratama. Pratama just made that mistake and dropped to the back of the group. That's how quickly things can change. That's a little bit too close for comfort again between Daki and Pratama. Con 7, they've just got to try and cool down a little bit here. Feisty out there, all the riders hungry to win. Pratama knows that he's got a great Asia, his time to potentially win that title. A long way to go though, 3 and a bit laps to go. Pratama leads the way. Once more, it's Partizan the tie rider in the group as well. 3 laps to go here in race 2 of Asia Talent Cup action. Who knows what...
Turn 1 there, Partizan, Daki, Takahira, Ogiwara, all need to work together here from 2nd.
They did it once, they can do it again, but they just need to box clever, as you say, Jack. Round turn 3 we go. All keeping it clean down there. The slow sweeping right-hander, important to get a good launch out of turn 3 and fire it up. The next back straight, near kilometre long back straight again, up to the top end of the circuit. The fast turn 4 coming up, and then it's the infield section. What we're going to get replay of here, okay, I think it's going to be the crash. Watch the number 2 of Matani, just lights up the rear end as he comes out of turn 7. And then, yeah, unfortunately, Azawa goes down with him. As you can see on the bottom of your screens, riders okay. That is fantastic news. A big crash on the exit of turn 7, one of the fastest places you can go down in terms of corners here at the Chang International Circuit. But great news, riders okay.
Now, 2.5 laps remaining. Pratama has still got that half a second lead here. This is going to be concerning for the riders behind, because it looks as though Pratama is, at this present moment, the favourite to be picking up a 6th victory of the season. He's going to have to take a big effort in the final 2 laps here, the final 9 kilometres of this Chang International Circuit, to stop Pratama from romping to victory yet again. And Daki be trying his level best here to stop Pratama from getting away.
1 down to turn 3. He's in the slipstream of Pratama. I'll be surprised if I'm in the slipstream. Look at this. He's made up a good 4 tenths there on Pratama, and the gap from 3 tenths over the line is down to nothing.
Just look how late on the brakes Veda Pratama was there. He was able to pull out 2 or 3 bikes. As a result, Daki did not have a chance to even get alongside him. Pratama is there with him now.
Race 1 winner is down in 4th place at the minute. He's got work to do if he wants to win this race. He's got out a picture. Is he gonna? He's been well. Pratama's gone wide. Don't know if and finished P5. Is a repeat coming? Who knows?
Here we go then. Daki's got the inside line. We saw how strong Pratama was on the brakes last time around, and once again he is the superior man under braking. Pratama holds it through the vital turn 3.
Partizan makes a good move down at turn 3. He's now up to P3. Was P5 half a lap ago, but the number 20 has locked his radars on top of blocking radars. Daki falls out of the slipstream of Pratama. Down into turn 4 we go. The left-hander, the fast and ferocious left-hander, Pratama hangs it around
his front wheel, not once but twice. Not allowed him a chance whatsoever, but it's just a chance now for Daki. No way through. Rins are running out for Daki. Maybe he can dive through here. He comes up with something as we head towards turn 8 and 9. Brilliant. Big moment on the rear though, and now will allow Pratama to come back through surely. No way through. somehow Adaki holds on.
It's all going to come down to turn 12 once again. Adaki leading the way. Pratama in second place and the home hero number 20 Pratsan in third place. Adaki takes the inside line. Pratsan late on the brakes. Pratama trying to hang it around the outside. Pratama cuts the inside and Pratama's going to win. What a move on the final lap. What a win for Veda Pratama. Ex-Burley-Dun at turn 12 and 81.74 now the lead heading to one to P5 at the final corner. But
And the title will be his, and if he's unable
Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah, asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allah Akbar, Allah